Hello, this is Richard Carranza with Houston Energy Industry News, and I am at the Silos today in Sawyer Yards interviewing the owner of V-Rock Studios, Veronica Longoria.
Hello.
And Veronica, it's so good to see you.
Good to
We
see
have
you.
been at all the conferences, OTC, and those kind of good things, and I'm glad to be here at your studio today.
Thank you.
And Veronica, why don't you just kind of give us an introduction as to who are you and where have you studied and what have you done for work and those sort of things?
Sure. Again, I'm Veronica Longoria. Very nice to meet you. I am a marketing professional that has been in the energy sector for about a decade. I started working as an animator, as a 3D animator for Cameron, and kind of moved up their marketing rank and doing a lot of visual communications work for Cameron and Schlumberger. After the downturn of the industry, I got laid off twice in 2 years and decided that it was probably a good idea to go into business for myself. And because these companies all still need marketing work, and so I decided to start working as an independent contractor with some of the companies that I had already worked with. So I was very lucky to have that kind of transfer with me. And so now I'm kind of a one-stop shop, one-stop solution for your marketing needs in one person. I can do any type of marketing communication strategy, visualization, storyboard, script writing, any type of marketing materials that you need to kind of aid in your visual advertising efforts, I help with.
Sounds great. Now you can do videos, right?
Yes.
So how would you go about doing a video for an oil company? What kind of approach, as far as you would say, is, I think the marketing term is positioning the video, creation of the video, storyline of the video, content of the material. How do you bring all that together?
So a great thing that actually has happened in the recent years is the invention of social media, which then became basically a free advertising platform. Anybody who has an account can now push multimedia videos for free to any of their followers. And so we really jump on those opportunities to publish content on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, all those cool platforms, YouTube obviously. And so what I'll do is I'll work with oil and gas companies, and luckily too, video equipment is so cheap to get your own these days. And so I'll work with the companies, they get their video footage, and then I'll take it and kind of put a creative editing job on it, some cool layover text, obviously condensing your message down into 30 seconds, 60 seconds, a minute and a half, whatever it needs to be, and then start pushing it out.
Stuff like that. I thought that was some really cool stuff. I saw some work at Schlumberger, and I just loved it. Tell me a little bit about how you get involved in that whole, fluid flow and fracking and all that kind of thing.
Well, the good thing is that the oil industry has a need for artistic visualization. And sometimes engineering drawings just don't tell the story the way a compelling visual would. And so what I've been able to learn and kind of create a niche for myself is being able to have the ability to communicate with engineers and very technical minded to the artistic. And how do we transfer that information to make it appealing and exciting and something that was, traditionally boring and would put somebody to sleep? How can we now innovate that and make it exciting to where it looks like it's new technology and we're pushing it out to the market as something great?
Well, how about 3D models? Like, I know that when I worked for Brown and Root, they had a full-time guy that would, if we had a ethylene unit, he would actually build that model to spec, to dimension. Did you get involved in those sorts of things?
I got involved with engineers who were building to spec, and then once they kind of got everything that they needed, they would pass it on to the marketing team so that we can kind of, slap the lipstick on it, give it the colors that it's supposed to look like, and give it all the pretty stuff. But as far as building to scope, that was more of your mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering, but you did get involved in the process. So you were a unit of production within that whole process unit.
Yes,
is that right?
New product development. So if our engineers were working on launching a new product, we'd work with their prototypes and help them model something that could be used for testing. And then once they got past those testing stages, of course, then we would work with the new product development team to give it its final look as its marketable product.
Yeah, I can really appreciate that because being an engineer, I like that boring stuff, you know,
Yeah.
the drawing, I mean, that's all I know. And in organic chemistry, I had no ability for drawing three-dimensional organic molecules. I didn't know what I was drawing, you know. So I really like that kind of thing, that people who can animate it and put it in video or put it on canvas or put it on a model of some sort. Now, I remember you told me that you actually studied specifically in the area of technical graphics, is that right?
It was 3D animation. So
3D
I
animation.
have a degree in 3D animation.
And you went to what school again?
The Art Institute of Houston.
The Art Institute of Houston. And when you went in, did you go in with that intention to study animation and that sort of thing? Or did
No.
it just kind of come upon you?
No, I actually started in interior design. So it's almost similar because there's drafting involved in that, right? But once I got into that field, I was like, I kind of don't belong here. And I saw that they were doing much cooler things down the hall in the animation department. And I wanted to know what that was all about. So I changed my major and I became a 3D animator. And really the job opportunities for us was either medical, oil and gas, or to try to get into the video game industry. And, you know, honestly, I have kind of a practical head on my shoulders, and I was like, okay, what's going to get me health insurance? What's going to get me these good things?
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
I decided to go into oil and gas. And, you know, it has its ups and downs, but it's definitely been beneficial for me.
Yeah, I think with video games, you might have to be out in California maybe.
Yeah.
But oil and gas, I mean, that's going to be Houston. You know, you can't be any place better than Houston, right? And I have studied a little bit of that myself, but of course, I'm still a chemical engineer, so that's really what I do. But Veronica, it's been so good talking to you.
It's been great talking to you.
Thank you for
Thank you so
giving
much.
this opportunity.
All right.
We'll see you next time. Bye bye.